What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my crypto journey. My name is Rodney, and boy, I have a very special video for you guys today. We're going to be doing a 350,000 holder special for Saitama. Now, I'm going to be going through all the Saitama wallets, starting with 350,000 100th wallet over on the ETHplorer, pretty much an expanded version of Etherscan. And we're going to be going through all the wallets until we can find a wallet with at least one USD value in Saitama. So without further ado, let's get started because this is going to take a while. Now, as you can see at the bottom right here, you'll see me shuffling through the wallets. And let me tell you, this is going to be a long video and I might have to skip through some of it. Now, the importance of making this video is that when they tell you 350,000 holders, it's quite misleading because what happens sometimes, and as you can see right now, we're already a couple thousand wallets in and $0 value, and it gets more grotesque. Now, look it, when it comes to Saitama, you know, they're not the only asset that has dust, you know, tokens, right? Which pretty much means the value of the tokens left in a wallet is less than the gas fee cost, right? Because every cryptocurrency, you know, you need some sort of fee to pay it, right? So the fee that you would pay is going to be more than the actual value of the tokens left in the wallet. Now, like I said, Saitama isn't the only one who has this issue. There's actually more projects that have the same issue, right? But when it comes to the percentage, Saitama's is kind of grotesque, right? They have one of the highest percentage of dust wallets. Now, I personally hold $143 in Saitama. I'm in the top 30% of holders. Awesome Austin holds 5,000, and I believe he's in the top 5% of holders, which is actually pretty crazy, right? It's an insane revelation that I think everyone has to know because, as you can see, I'm still going through these wallets, and so far, all of these wallets have literally no value at all. And I have to refresh the page on some of these because they like to get frozen. And what happens sometimes is that, you know, when people sell their tokens, when they want to get out of the project, it leaves a little behind, right? It's always like that. Sometimes you can get a clean sell. Like sometimes you could sell an asset and everything will be gone out of your wallet, but most of the times it's not like that. Now, you have to keep in mind that exchanges come into play too, because technically on Etherscan, one exchange counts as one wallet because that's their liquidity, right? Saitama will provide liquidity in a wallet to an exchange, right? Like, for example, Gate.io, I believe, is like a top 10 holder in Saitama. So I think it's important to make this video. And as you can see, we're still chugging along. And so we have nothing right now. We have nothing. And we're already like, what, 10,000 holders in right now. And I think this is a very important video to make just so you guys actually know kind of the crazy stuff going on in this project. Now, look it. You guys have to understand, when I came into Saitama, right, I was very hopeful for this project. I was a Saitama maxi, right? And to be honest, when I started making YouTube videos, I didn't really know much about cryptocurrency like the way I do now. And I know it's only been 4 or 5 months, but let me tell you, being online every day and being in DeFi and being just close to the space, you learn so much. You learn so much, and you learn how kind of vast the space is, right? You learn how many products there really are. And you understand that for a project to be unique like Saitama, they really have to do something different. And right now, they're not really doing anything different. That's the issue, right, with Saitamask. So I started, a little bit of background for me. Let's tell a little story. So I started in crypto around 2018, mostly on the Robinhood app. I was investing into Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Dogecoin, all that good stuff, right? And Dogecoin got on Robinhood a little later, obviously. And that's how I started investing in the cryptocurrency. Now, what really made it interesting is that at the time I was looking into day trading and those sorts of things. And as you can see, we're still going through the wallets. We have $0 value. I was trying to get into day trading, but on the regular stock market, you need at least, I think it's $25,000 to actually day trade. But in cryptocurrency, and to top that off, you can only trade Monday through Friday business hours. But with cryptocurrency, it's 24/7. You know, so you can trade pretty much anytime. And there's no limit on how much you can trade. Like if you were trading in the traditional stock market and you, for example, you had under $25,000 in your brokerage account, well, you would be limited to 5 day trades a week, which means that you could only trade one asset, right, in a day 5 days a week. And if you do more than that, they'll kind of put some restrictions on your account and label you as a pattern day trader, right? So you have to have at least $25,000 in your account. And honestly, with crypto, you can have $10 to start trading, right? Now, obviously, $10 is nothing because of the fees and those sorts of things, but that applies to everything, right? There's fees in a lot of things. But yeah, so that's how I got started in cryptocurrency. And if you go back to my YouTube channel, my first video is about Kuma Inu, right? It was a shitcoin, right? Let's be honest now. All these are shitcoins, right? Let's be honest. Some of them more serious than others, right? But that's what we label them as, right? They can grow and be more, but that's what we label them as. And we're still at $0 value, by the way. I started in Kuma Inu and Hina Inu, and I made a good amount of money on those two tokens. And that really showed me the power of smaller cap community tokens, because I mean, making, thousands of dollars in a day is like obscene. Like, where can you do that except for cryptocurrency, right? There's no other space. So I started making videos, doing screen recordings, and then, of course, I heard about Saitama, Shiba Inu, and the popular tokens, and those were the ones getting views. So I started investing into Saitama, put a couple $1,000s in there, and the rest is history, right? I made a ton of money on Saitama. And the thing about Saitama was that everyone was making money, and the videos we made got a ton of views. Now, keep in mind, I was hustling. I was grinding. I was putting out like 4 or 5 videos a day minimum, right? Every single day. And now they were easier to make than these videos, because on these videos, I have to do like a screen recording and whatnot. And, and do some commentary and get a camera. But before, I just screen recorded on my phone and did some voiceovers, and people were like cool with that, which is pretty awesome, right? So that's how I really started in crypto. And so not a lot of people know that, but that's how I started. Kuma Inu was actually the first token I started talking about, right? This website's kind of wonky sometime. I have to keep reloading the page. But as you can see, we're already at what? 336,000 holders and still $0 value in Saitama right now. And I'm actually going to skip some of these just so this video is not too long. But yeah, I wanted to make a celebration for you guys, because I think it's kind of a shame that we always use that. We tote that 350,000 holder thing we tote it so much with not understanding that there's so many dead wallets in this project. Anyways, I got into Saitama early. People were watching my videos. I made tons of positive content on Saitama. But just like the Terrarium situation, I mean, Terrarium had a catastrophe the other day, and I called him out on it. And that's strike one, right? Now, Saitama, to be fair, I gave them a ton of chances, right? They just didn't deliver. And so I started making more critical videos. People started getting mad about that. So those videos, really turned into FUD videos. Now, people want to say that I'm being paid to FUD. First, I was being paid to FUD by Shibnobi, they're saying. Now they're saying I'm being paid to FUD by Terra. So it's like, who's paying me? I don't know, maybe everybody. So that, to me, that's kind of crazy, right? But the thing is, when things go wrong, right? Especially the attacks you see the Saitama team doing on the community, right? Other people and other projects. It's easier to blame other people instead of take personal responsibility. It is. It really is. It is easier. And that's the route they're taking. Now, unfortunately for businesses, that has proven not to work so well in the long run, right? Because you can't just point the finger at people in the community. Because, I mean, that doesn't really help anyone. You know what I mean? It's like in America, right? We like it when people just come out and apologize and get it over with. And the sooner you apologize and deal with the bullshit, the sooner people start to forgive you, right? So I think that Saitama should have taken that route from the beginning, but they really haven't. They've been taking the low road, not the high road. Hey, Terrarium came out. They apologized. I think they got scammed. They don't want to think they got scammed. They think that they were communicating with the real Binance, but I don't think they were. I think they got scammed. But that's just my humble opinion. Now, they made an oopsie. I'm giving them a chance, right? Because I gave Saitama so many. But now with Saitama, I'm at the point where I'm like, well, let's just deliver. Let's stop saying things and just deliver. Like, I don't care. Talk is cheap, right? Talk is cheap. Like, people can say whatever they want, but talk is cheap. I'm going to skip some of these real quick so I don't bore you guys to death. So what I do is I go to the top right here. You can go to the page holders, right, or the pages right here. And we're at page 3,300. I'm just going to go to page 3,000. Let's skip some of this shit. So I'm going to go to page 3,000 to skip some of this. So a little hyperwarp action. And still, we're already 50,000 holders in and still $0 value on these Saitama wallets. So far as we know, there are 50,000 wallets that have Saitama, and there's way more, trust me, that have $0 value in Saitama in them. Do we really have 350,000 holders? Should we really be toting that as, oh, we have so many holders, Wolfpack's so strong? I was watching the AMA, the Cider Realty AMA today, and there's some real cultish stuff going on. They're like howling in there, doing all kinds of crazy wonky stuff, which is absolutely insane. But I mean, it's a cult-like thing, right? But back to making Saitama videos. When I started making Saitama videos, they just got a ton of views, right? They got a ton of views, a ton of subscribers, everything came with it. And I sprinkled lots of Saitama content in with the other videos, because I made a ton of other videos too. But when you make a YouTube channel, to grow in this space, you have to understand what people are watching, what people are liking, what people are subscribing to. And luckily, YouTube gives you a really, really good breakdown of what's going on. And that was Saitama videos. So I didn't invest any more money in Saitama. The money I had was going to the moon already. I just started making a bunch of Saitama content. People started watching. Now, unfortunately, when you associate yourself with a brand, you have a lot of, and you speak positively all the time, you have people that are really looking for someone to confirm their bias, right? They're looking for you to say, even if times are bad or something wrong happens, you're supposed to sit there and be like, no, everything's cool. Nothing's wrong. The team did nothing, right? But to me, I just couldn't do that, especially when they started slipping up time after time after time. So I made my first FUD video, you could say, after the Willie D coin market cap situation. And boy, after doing thousands of hours, getting thousands of views, shining a positive light in Saitama, I make one video saying I think this is a bad partnership for Saitama. People started coming at me like crazy, especially on Twitter. And to me, that just showed me, oh, we're one set. We're one set, guys. Let's do it. To me, that showed me that, okay, this community is a little crazy. They're nutty, right? Like, obviously, I don't know what Kool-Aid they're drinking. They're drinking the Kool-Aid, but these guys are crazy. And I said, and I had two choices. I was like, you know what? I could keep going the fanboy route. Shout out to Classic Crypto. Love Classic Crypto. Me and Classic Crypto are actually friends. But I can't see a team fail over and over again and pretend like this is just normal. I just can't. So I started making critical videos, and then the hate started coming. And what I noticed is that my critical videos got the same amount of views. I'm like, well, I'm more authentic in these critical videos because this is how I really feel. Like, in real life, if you go to a restaurant and they keep messing up your order, would you still go to that restaurant? No, right? If you hire some people to come work on your house, they always showed up late, they never stick to their promises, would you keep hiring that same company? No, you wouldn't. And that's how I operate in my everyday life. Now, at the time, it was a risky jump because I was just getting into YouTube, and I was thinking like, dude, if I start switching up my content, like, people might just like stop watching me. And that sucked because YouTube was great. I mean, I'm a huge YouTube consumer, and I've made other YouTube channels before, talking about my experience. Well, we're at 2 cents, talking about my experience in the Army National Guard, MMA talk with Rodney, and those sorts of things, right? And I wanted to be a marriage counselor at one point. So I made a YouTube channel on that. None of them really popped, but I had another secret love for cryptocurrency, and I love cryptocurrency, and talking about it was fun, and people started watching it. So I was like, oh, fucking great. And since then, or we're at 4 cents now, baby. We're getting close to $1. Since then, you know, people have kind of gravitated towards my content because they think I like to keep it real, right? And I do keep it real on my channel. You know, it's good to be a moon boy sometimes. Oh, we're moving now. We're jamming. It's good to be a moon boy sometimes, guys. But, you know, it's not always good. Now we're jamming. Now we might get to $1 pretty quick here. But so far, we're already a little more than 50,000 holders in, and still no dollar value just yet. Yeah, so I decided to take a turn on my channel, and it ended up working out for me pretty well. So I'm glad it worked out. And I'm glad that, you know, people still watch my content, and we're still growing pretty fast, right? Twitter's I think we're at 5K followers, and on YouTube we're at 16,000 subscribers, and we've only been doing this since October, right? So I've been doing it full time ever since. So I have big aspirations for the channel, guys, and I'm thinking I'm feeling a 50K to 100K by this time next year for the YouTube channel. If things go crazy, like it could be better, right? But I'm thinking that's my goal, and I definitely want 100K Twitter followers. So I mean, this has given me the opportunity to make life-changing money. Like it's insane. Like YouTube is paying me which is really good. I stream a lot, so my income is higher than a lot of other YouTubers that are at the same amount of subscribers as me. I stream a lot, right? And so that really enables me to get donations, and I have a good community, and they want to subscribe to my channel and become a member. So it's given me an opportunity to make a good life for myself. So I do appreciate everybody who's been a part of the journey, and we're just going to keep going up. I'm going to keep grinding, keep working hard. And then on top of that, the paid promotional videos I get to talk about tokens, where I don't have to be a moon boy, and I can share my honest opinion. So, you know, it's been great. I'm glad that people are starting to gravitate towards my content. Oh, we're moving now, baby. We're moving 50 cents, baby. So over 50,000 holders in Saitama have less than 50 cents in their wallet, which is kind of crazy to me, right? Imagine if I was doing this to $5 or $10, right? And at the end, I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like, right? We'll do a little an analysis, right? To show you guys how crazy it is. We're getting there. So yeah, I mean, that's the state of affairs with my channel. And the cool thing is that, like, even though it was risky, like doing my own thing, it worked out because now we have a bunch of other YouTube influencers who we're partners, right? And at the end of the day, guys, you think we all hate each other, but we don't. I think this is it. We got it. I think we got it. All right. So finally, we hit a dollar value. So there's over 70,000 holders in Saitama that have less than $1 in their wallet. Now, this should be eye-opening to you guys, right? There's a lot of dead wallets in this project. There's a lot of people swapping out and leaving dust over and pretty much padding the numbers. Now, there's new holders coming in, obviously, right? But guys, you have to understand that a lot of people are also leaving this project due to what, right? If we look at the chart right here, due to missed targets, right? Over-promising and under-delivering. I'm hoping they can get it together. I'm hoping this team can get it together because Saitamask has a niche, right? They could be a good token, or excuse me, a good project, right? Saitamask could be a project to be a launch pad for other tokens, right? And then people can pump and dump those tokens because I think that it's all going to be a pump and dump. So let's go ahead and go to page 2500 and see where we're at there. Just as a little study for you guys, right? So if we go down right here, we're already at 100,000 holders in. So 100,000 holders in Saitama have less than $15 or $16 in their wallet. What does that tell you? That probably tells you a lot of these are dead wallets, right? A lot of people have 16 bucks laying around in their wallet. Now, I know some people can't afford that much Saitama, but that tells me that, you know, sometimes the number's a little fabricated, right? Let's go back. What page are we on right now? 2499. Let's go to page 2000. Let's go and check that page out real quick and see how many holders we have there. And this is insane, right? This is insane. $46. So we're already 150,000 holders in. Have less than $50 in Saitama. 150,000 holders have less than $50. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. These are also dust wall. I mean, some people could only have $46. I understand that, guys. But if we want to get this thing to the moon, we need big investor money, right? This shows you that the distribution of wealth in this project is pretty messed up, right? Let's go to page 1500 and see that there. And this is where we'll end. This is just nutty, right? We're at 150,000 people. So arguably 200,000 people have less than $100 in their wallet. More than half of these people have less than $100 of Saitama in their wallet. This is crazy, right? Anyways, want to make this video for you guys for the 350K celebration. I think it's a very eye-opening video. Hope you enjoyed the content and the story of my background a little bit. Thank you guys so much for coming along with me for this journey. It's been wild. It's been a wild ride, but it's been great. It's been great. It's a humbling experience, and I'm just going to stick true to who I am. I'm going to keep calling it how it is. And I think the beauty about all that is I don't ever have to be, I don't have to feel obligated to talk positive about a token for a community to like me. And that's key in my opinion, because if something ever happens with a project and you're too closely associated with it, that's your whole YouTube career is dead, right? Your whole career can be dead, and you're gonna have to work really hard to get it back to the top. Even if you would just have started from the beginning speaking critically of the project. That's what I think, right? Just always keep it a buck. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.